Hello, ponderings. Are you pondering what I'm pondering? Well, right now I'm pondering the tales of the Empire, specifically who Barriss old friend might be. Now, the prevailing theory seems to be that it is Ahsoka, and I must say that is plausible. However, when we last see Ahsoka in Tales of the Jedi, she appears to be joining Organa's Fulcrum network. And in fact, later in Rebels, we see her working with this network. And given Organa's apparent ignorance of the hidden path in the Obi-Wan show, it indicates that there was very little cross-pollination between these two networks. And the hidden path seems a much more likely destination for the child in Tales of the Empire than the Fulcrum Network does. Now, of course, the fact that we see Ahsoka with Organa at the end of Tales of the Jedi, and she appears to be working with him in Rebels, does not mean that she spent the entire decade or so working with him. Of course, in the intervening decade or so, there could have been a falling out between the two. In fact, this would explain why Organa tapped Obi-Wan and not Ahsoka to go after Leia in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. Indeed, this falling out most likely had to do with Leia. If Ahsoka found out that Organa was raising Anakin and Padme's child as his own without even telling her, well, that would likely do it. But that is just pure speculation. Getting back to Barriss, if Ahsoka was working for the Hidden Path during this hiatus from the Fulcrum Network, then it's certainly plausible that she could have made contact with Barriss and the two could have reconciled. So yes, it is certainly plausible that Ahsoka could be the old friend Barriss spoke of. However, I do think there are some other possibilities which may be worth looking into. Of course, at the top of the list is Asajj Ventress. Now, Asajj and Barriss do have history going all the way back to the Clone Wars. Although it is a bit frictious, she still could qualify as an old friend in the we ran into some old friends sort of sense. And it seems Filoni is setting up Ventress to be a main character in the Hidden Path animated series that he is apparently planning. So there is a pretty good chance Barriss and Ventress will get some more screen time together. Perhaps even more than Barriss and Ahsoka had in the Clone Wars, although that wasn't really that much. However, there are some other possibilities we might take a look at. One would be Sabé, who Barriss did have a conversation with in the novel Queen's Hope shortly after the First Battle of Geonosis. It is unclear if they continued their acquaintance beyond this, but Sabé was involved in the White Suns organization before and during the Clone Wars, so she would be a very good fit for the Hidden Path, and indeed was most likely the person who supplied the getaway ship for Kelleran and Grogu to escape Coruscant. But there's still another, perhaps more controversial possibility, and this may be my favorite. It could be Luminara. We don't know exactly when she was captured, and it could have been after Tales of the Empire. Indeed, it could have even involved saving this child. But my guess is it's most likely Ventress, since she seems to be the one they're really pushing for this new show. And I think there's a high probability they're saving the reunion between Ahsoka and Barriss for Ahsoka Season 2. After all, the first three shorts from Tales of the Empire involved the antagonist from Ahsoka Season 1, so it would make sense for the second three shorts to follow the antagonist from Ahsoka Season 2. Yes, I mean Barriss will be the antagonist in the sense that she will be the obstacle Ahsoka has to overcome, which would make sense if she has to deal with the reconciliation on top of whatever lesson Barriss is also trying to teach her. But wait a minute, is Barriss even still alive? Well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Until next time, stay pondering, my friends.